My name is David Jenner. My mom Candace and dad Edwin Jenner worked at the CDC in Atlanta. My girlfriend Emily and I left Chicago at the beginning. It's been a very bloody path.
August 20th, 2010. David and I made it out of the city. We decided to camp in this 2-story building. It had a great city view out the window. We heard the safe zone was overrun, but we had already decided to try for Atlanta. And, good thing, I guess. They bombed the city tonight. It was sad to see all those souls, dead and alive, just gone. David and I just sat in silence. He's sleeping now. I wish I could. I told David it was not too bad, and I was okay. I lied. I'm not okay. I've never been so afraid, from my friend's death to the entire city. No, I'm not okay. I do hope my family is okay. I hope David's family is okay. The roads are bad with cars, debris, and the dead. Also plenty of desperate and ruthless people. August 21st, 2010. Good thing we brought a few supplies in with us. I don't know why, but hundreds of the dead are around the building. We can't get out safely. We are hoping they disperse soon, before supplies run out. I still can't get those kids we watched out the window out of my mind. August 23rd, 2010. We can't seem to find a way to get out of this damn place, but cannot stay here. Food ran out today, we still have some water, but not much. We make our break for freedom tonight. I hope we can find a car and an open road. August 24th, 2010. We made it out, but not without complications, of course. Trying to go quietly past some of the dead, I cut my arm on some glass. David promptly bandaged me, and we continued. Another block and we would be out onto the freeway. But as we round a building, we see at least 30 of the dead coming our way. What are they after, we both wondered. Then we see the 3 guys spring up from behind a car. One is helping another walk. Looks like he was bitten. We try to help by opening a door to the nearest building and we all go inside. Safe for a moment, we see guns now pointed at us. A larger, bald guy with a shotgun goes and stands by the door, while the uninjured guy holds his gun on us. He notices my bandage and asks if we are doctors. We both say no. He insists that David help his brother. David says there is no way to help him, except a mercy killing. Then the guy goes crazy. As all this is happening, he shoots his pistol into the ceiling and wall. We hear the door slam and the 3rd guy is bailed out, leaving the door open. The dead file in as we go out the back. The crazy guy tried to get his dead brother out and got attacked by the dead. We run, dodge the dead, and keep running. We find a car and drive for at least 20 minutes. David hits a Walking Dead person, thinking it won't do that much damage. But here we are, walking again. I want to wake up from this nightmare. August 25th, 2010. What a damn day. Better than the last for sure. David and I are trying to make our way down I-65, keeping off the road to avoid people as much as we can. We are just outside Indianapolis, not wanting to enter the city. We will try and hit a few stores tomorrow for supplies. The dead are everywhere. Just everywhere. There are too many cars blocking the road to drive very far on the main highways. We may try a car and the back roads, but both of us are rethinking that. The walk today has been terrible. I hope I can get some sleep without seeing those horrors in my dreams. David called his parents tonight. His dad told him things are bad. Everywhere. The entire world. He suggested that we should just bunker down with some supplies and just live. It's starting to sound better than trying for Atlanta. Then I think, what if we had stayed in Chicago? Maybe we lived outside the bombing area, but maybe not far enough. In the city, I bet we'd be dead. Atlanta may be our best chance. With Mom's passing last year, all I have are my aunt and uncle in New Jersey, but no way to get there or contact them. August 26th, 2010. Today was the supply run. We did run. The dead are slow, but there are just so many. We met a woman in the first store, frantic, trying to get medical stuff. David spoke to her. She said her kids were with her husband, who was bit. But he'll be okay, she said. She just needed to get some first aid supplies. David told her that the kids were in danger. She needs to return to them now. He said we would even help her. She went a little crazy and thought we were trying to steal her kids. She didn't like hearing that if you get bitten, you die and turn. I do wonder what her reaction would be if we told her no matter how you die, you turn. We got some supplies to keep us going, and we saw a couple more helicopters today. We're heading in that general direction. Maybe there's a safe zone ahead? David tells me not to get my hopes up. And we need to watch who we help and who we trust. I killed my first one today. David stood by just in case, but I did it. It's a weird feeling. But after seeing what they do to people, helps justify the killing. August 27th, 2010. We were so tired after the supply run yesterday, we found a creek and just camped mostly all day. The rest and the peace was much needed. We haven't ate this good in over a week. David wanted to move from the open area to a more secure place for the night. We found this building and it's safe with a strong door and lock. We felt safe, so we held each other. And it was nice to feel safe and finally have a decent day. It was a great day, a great meal, and a great night. I do realize that any moment may be our last. I try to soak it all in, breathing fresh air, feeling the sun and breeze on my face. Without David, I would be dead for sure. Thankful to be alive, even if it is inside a nightmare. As we got to the building around dusk, we spotted several campfires down in the valley. That's the direction the helicopters went, and they looked military. We're going in for a closer look tomorrow. I hope it's a safe zone.
August 29th, 2010. This is David. Emily was taken yesterday. I'm going after her. My name is David Jenner. My mom Candace and dad Edwin Jenner worked at the CDC in Atlanta. My girlfriend Emily and I left Chicago at the beginning. It's been a very bloody path.
August 15th, 2010. It's 2 p.m., and it's already being reported on the news with mass confusion. No one knows what's happening, except some unknown virus is causing the dead to walk the earth. David and I need to leave by 3. We are packing light for quick travel. We don't know about the roads yet. The news is not reporting everything. It seems they have their own problems dealing with the outbreak. David's parents work at the CDC in Atlanta, so we decided to try for there. The Jenners have been silent about it until last night. David's dad called and said to try for Atlanta. It's going to get bad real fast. He also has been sending David some CDC research to look at and for safekeeping, he said. As soon as David gets it onto a thumb drive, we're leaving. I want to check on my friend Phoebe, but have not mentioned that to David yet. She won't answer her phone. August 16th, 2010. I can't find the words. The world is over. The dead are walking around, feeding on the living. David killed my best friend today. She was already dead, but it was hard to comprehend. It still is. We risked our lives because I told David we had to check on Phoebe. I wish I hadn't. I wouldn't have known. Would that be better? She came at me like a monster. I froze. I still can't grasp what is happening. David saved me at least 5 times today. The dead are everywhere. They are slow but relentless. And they never get tired, it seems. He is very torn up about Phoebe. As much as I am. He told me that he hopes we don't have to kill anyone we know again. August 17th, 2010. Getting out of the city is not as easy as I had hoped. It's got so bad so fast. David said Chicago, or near here, could have been ground zero. It seems things broke down here much faster than in Atlanta. David wants to have a better look at the data from the CDC, but he broke his laptop fighting Phoebe. Maybe we can come across another one soon. We sheltered last night, but did not sleep because it wasn't safe. We're sleeping in a car tonight. No keys, but we can lock it from the inside and feel safe.
September 1st, 2010. I am working on a strategy to get Emily. From what seems to be a rogue colonel of some sort acting like a god of the new world with a bunch of military. 100 at least. All men, it seems, and the type that probably is not treating Emily very well. I want to slit all their throats, but I must be smarter and fast. If only we had not gone to scout out where the helicopters had flown. These guys had a huge camp set up in a shopping center parking lot. They were raiding all the stores nearby for supplies and loading it all into trucks. So they are planning to move soon to somewhere. They also have an area that seems like a holding area. I am sure Emily would be there. As far as Emily, we were sneaking in through a wooded area to get a closer look when I turned and saw Emily getting snatched from behind by what I thought was one of the dead. But just as I noticed, it was a person. My world went black. I wake up, tied to a tree. I hear screams and notice several other people tied to trees around the small wooded area. With the dead coming in all around us, one lady near me getting eaten on as she screamed. She could not get free. And I could not get free. I looked around for Emily and I screamed her name. Then from nowhere, who saves me? The third guy from the building a few days earlier. That bolted through the door. He had been bitten, but cut me free. He said he recognized me and I should go and try to get her back. She's alive and they took her. He tried to help others as I ran. But when I got to the parking lot, it was deserted. They were gone. My Emily was gone. September 3rd, 2010. Yesterday I stumbled onto a group. They captured me but realized I was on their side. They were mostly military, but many were civilians, totaled around 40. They wanted to attack the parking lot camp, but wasn't ready. Now they must track them down and hit them on the move. Tomorrow, I may be dead, but I need to ponder a strategy for myself, as a backup to what these guys are doing. I am not sure, but this may simply be a coup. The leader of this group wanting to overthrow the colonel. I heard whispers say the colonel has plans to take Grissom Air Force Base and head south for Fort Knox and Fort Campbell. His ultimate goal being secure everything east of the Mississippi. Whatever their reason, my reason is my only goal. September 4th, 2010, 9:45 a.m. I am waiting on the word to move into position with 4 other guys. We will wait for a strike at the front to stop the convoy and bring most soldiers that way. A few days ago, I was about to graduate college. Today, I am holding a pistol and preparing to kill people. The recon is back. We have intel on where the convoy is and also which vehicle the prisoners are in. A bus. That's my target. I am not trusting these guys. Their plan may be sound, but it's suicide. Most just have pistols or shotguns. A few guys have whispered about the heavy firepower and manpower that we are up against. My best strategy is to use their attack as a diversion to get her. If I fight, I will die, and Emily will suffer and die. I am coming for you, Emily. I love you. My name is David Jenner. My mom Candace and dad Edwin Jenner worked at the CDC in Atlanta. My girlfriend Emily and I left Chicago at the beginning. It's been a very bloody path.
August 18th. 2010. Today was a slow-moving day. We didn't get far. We broke into a store to grab a laptop and met some decent travelers. David did get a chance to look at the data from the CDC. He showed me some of the cells that looked very mutated. They are acting like he's never seen before. He tells me that it makes no sense, and it looks like no one knows how to fix this nightmare. That means no rescue for us or anyone. The people we met were nice. Heading to Kansas City, David tells them everyone is infected and Casey should know, but the older lady says they do know. She was a nurse and they found out early. The unbitten dead rise just the same. David looked at the laptop till the battery died. He said no reason to lug it around, that we will be at the CDC in a couple days anyway. We haven't even made it out of Chicago yet, and Atlanta is still so far away. We've noticed how the dead seem to attract each other, forming large groups. David says it's probably just a noise that brings them together. The last noise we saw do this was a couple of people screaming as they were being eaten. That is not a way I want to die. August 19th, 2010. Today I came to the realization this is real and it's not getting better anytime soon. I told the lady nurse yesterday we were heading to the CDC in Atlanta. She asked why. I told her David is going to help find a cure. That's when it really hit me. David is the smartest guy I know. He has to get to Atlanta. I have to make sure that happens. We passed a string of black SUVs and a limo on the road. It looked like a huge firefight. Between people, not just shooting at the dead. David said the clues point to a congressperson from Indiana. They got stuck on the road and then ambushed by someone. I started to cry a little. Seeing part of government not making it doesn't give me much hope. We had a bag of chips and pretzels for dinner. David didn't want to start a fire. I opened a can of peaches for dessert. Maybe after a mile outside the city, the roads will be more clear, and we can make up for lost time.
September 5th, 2010. I figured today would have been my last day alive. I got Emily. She's sleeping. The group I was with split into small squads and planned to attack in different spots. As my squad got into position, I slipped back and waited for my chance to get to the bus. When the strike at the front of the convoy happened, it was hell from then on. I killed a guy at the bus, then found Emily and grabbed her, and we ran. The confusion worked for my escape with Emily, and I did not bother to worry about anyone else. It was selfish, but we are both alive and safe at the moment. As far as I can tell, we don't have anyone following us. Emily seems okay, but bruised and I fear broken. I have to give her time. I know she's probably trying not to think about it. I am trying to do the same right now. I was so scared going in, even more so running away. I have a gun now, and I killed a man. A real man. Not one of the Walking Dead. Is this our path? September 6th, 2010. I told Emily this morning we had to move today. Keep moving south as far as we could. I took a car and we had an open road for a while. Emily slept in the back. We made it past Louisville and not far from Bowling Green. I scanned the radio and found one station broadcasting out of Nashville. The guy said he had himself locked in and he spoke of suicide instead of leaving. He rambled mostly but mentioned the chaos and disorder of those first few days. Nashville has fallen, he said. Tomorrow, I hope we will find a way to bypass Nashville and head more directly south toward Chattanooga. Right now, I think we are halfway to Atlanta. Emily spoke some. She ate well. I know she is hurting. I can't take away what happened, but I am here for her. I have to keep my guard up. It may take a while to get to Atlanta, but we won't get there at all if I am careless.
September 7th, 2010. Hey, Mr. Diary. This is Emily again. We are camping in a car somewhere near the Tennessee-Kentucky state line. David rescued me. A group of men, all soldiers, captured me. I would have loved to see them dead, but once David freed me, we were lucky to escape them. Men can be animals in normal times. But now, they are truly animals. They raped and tortured me. But I do not want to think about that, talk about that, or write about that. What I can say is that going forward, I will not fear, I will not worry, and I will not have any regrets. The world better stay out of my fucking way.